Hi guys, and welcome to my first full-length video. I thought I'd just sit down and answer all the common questions I usually get when people find out I have Perthes disease. For those that don't know me, my name is Zach, and ever since I was about 5 years old, I have been living with Perthes disease, also known as leg calf Perthes disease. That means my hips don't look like normal hips, they look more like this. So without further delay, let's jump right into the questions. The first question I almost always get asked when someone finds out I have Perthes disease is simply, does it hurt? As a matter of fact, thankfully no, it doesn't hurt all of the time, but just like most other weak joints, if I start overdoing it, then my Perthes hip starts to get very sore. I can just easily take a few days off of rest and relaxation and I start to feel better. The next question I usually get is, will you need a hip replacement when you're older? Yes, I will. Talking to the doctors growing up, they all said I would probably need a total hip replacement, probably when I was around 30 to 40 years old, once I was well past my best running days. But while I'm still in my early 20s, I'm making the most of my hips feeling good. One day I probably will regret it, and when that time comes, I guess I will just have to deal with the consequences. That question is usually followed by asking if I've had any operations in the past. The answer to that is I've had several. When they first discovered I had Perthes growing up, I had quite a few operations where the doctors were trying to go in and figure out what was happening and what they could do. Unfortunately, there wasn't much they could do. However, I did have some operations on my good knee only a few years ago. Due to the Perthes in my right hip, my right leg used to be 2.5 centimeters shorter than my left. So, before my last big growth spurt at 16, the doctors decided to put some growth plates on the growth line in my good knee to stop the growing, and it worked. It reduced the leg length difference down to only 1.5 centimeters, which is a lot more acceptable. Another good question I occasionally get asked is, do you have to do any form of strength training for your hip? I have found that I do not need to do any form of training for it, but my hips are usually strong enough to handle the running that I do. However, I am very injury prone, and a good strength training program is very good for keeping me on the park and injury free. Although all the strength training I do for my hip are exercises that I've chosen myself. So if you would like a video of me running through things that we can do at home, just comment below. And for the final question of the video, does your Perthes hip affect the rest of your body? Well, it certainly does. The most influential effect is the significant muscle difference between my Perthes leg and my non-Perthes leg. Despite numerous years of me trying to even them out, my right leg is still noticeably smaller than my left leg. My brother even described my legs as a twig and a trunk. So this size difference also comes with significant strength difference, and my right knee, Perthes knee, has taken a beating when it comes to injuries. Another weakness I have due to my Perthes in my hips is weaker than normal glute muscles. That is, muscles in your bum for those that don't know. But I struggle to maintain the strength of the deeper muscles in your bum, the glute med and glute min. These are important muscles for hip stability and can often lead to knee pain. Unfortunately, my lower back sometimes has to take some of the load that my glutes can't handle. So I also get a lot of lower back pain, especially in the pre-season where there are spikes in my running. So that's all I have for today. If you guys have any more questions you'd like me to answer, comment them below and I'll answer them in another video. Thanks for watching.